Hey everyone, I hope you are having a great time. Today I would like to share my experience of using and trying out this newest release from WeAmp. So this one is Amp Pro that they released recently. This one retail for $379. It has many upgraded features. The weight increasement is significant. The previous WeAmp weighed 4.1 pounds. WeAmp Pro weighs almost 4.6 pounds. So they made some changes and improvements in there. Other than chips and everything still remain the same except from DAC chip that they use. So Origin AM uses ESS 9018 K2M chip. That amp is currently still available retail for $299. They updated DAC chip inside this WeAmp Amp Pro with ESS 9038Q2M chip, which also helps significant improvement in signal to noise ratio. Even analog output signal to noise ratio is tremendously improved over previous generation. So previous generation signal to noise ratio is 98 dB from analog output. This WeAmp Pro analog output signal to noise ratio is 122 dB. So which is significant upgrade. Aside from that, everything remained the same features and functions and everything work as it should. Subwoofer out, equalizer and parametric equalizer, everything working great. And one thing that a lot of people mislook, don't notice with this WeAmp newer version of firmware with the even like regular WeAmp Pro streamer. So they updated to be able to handle DSD files, which is my favorite method of streaming music in-house. It's using this Sony Music server attached to my network, stream my music directly from it. We're using this WeAmp amps. After last a few updates, it can handle DSD files over UPnP, so it will convert it directly to like 192K resolution PCM format. So that is still, it will take a little while when you play DSD file because it needs rendering and converting and everything, but it works great. So that's the one thing that I like to mention it to you. This WeAmp Amp Pro still using very same Class D chip, which is DPA3255 chip inside. So power output is still the same, 60 watts at 8 ohm load and 120 watts at 4 ohm load. At the bottom shelf is original WeAmp amp, top shelf is Amp Pro. So I try them back to back using these two different speakers, JBL L100 Classic 75th and SVS Ultra Evolution Pinnacle Tower speakers using Belden 9497 speaker wires. Everything via Wi-Fi playback, only power cable and speaker wires are connected in this setup. When I was trying this Amp Pro in my streaming setup, watching movies, streaming Netflix and everything, it works great, including subwoofer out, HDMI ARC, waking it up, going to sleep, everything works great as it should. So there is no problem there. And both of them are updated to latest firmware, by the way. When I try them back to back, starting with WeAmp amp, I listen to my reference track, switch it over to new WeAmp Amp Pro. So what I can notice right away is clarity and detail, more precision notes in mid-range to upper mid-range area. High frequency extensions are a little bit more well extended with a little bit better in separation with more area and frequency response. So those kind of improvements that I can notice it right away. Bass control and everything about the same. Nothing changes because power is still the same using the same TPA chip inside, but mid-range and those areas is clearly noticeable. Plus, this Amp Pro will give you much quieter background. So that is a significant improvement for me because that totally worth the extra $80 in my opinion. Plus, this Amp Pro give you more precise stereo image. For example, sound sample demo track that you will hear in this video is Kiss Off Live, Just Live cover by Grace Meyer. So that track I recorded back to back using these two amps playing with this SVS Ultra Evolution Pinnacle speakers. So when I'm playing with original V-Amp amp, Grace's voice is going to be around here in the middle, kind of a stereo image. So when I switch it over to V-Amp Amp Pro, she is going to be a little bit more higher and more realistic, like she is standing tall right here right by my diffuser. That kind of stereo image is more precise with significant improvement that I can notice. So that is a big plus on their end. The way that they did is very, very good in my opinion. It's totally worth extra $80 if you are after that kind of improvements. All the significant updates and upgrades that we get with new V-Amp Amp Pro, but it comes with slight caveat, which is it can get tiny bit brighter than original V-Amp amp for me personally. So ESS 9038Q2 amp chip tend to have that kind of sound signature even compared to older 9018K2 and chips from same ESS company. So that's the slight differences, but plus side is better stereo image, better resolution, and more refined notes in overall frequency range with precise stereo image. That is my favorite upgrade over previous generation. That's it, my friend. That is the experience that I like to share with you. Thank you for watching and happy listening. Oh, by the way, highly recommended.
When I went to you, you were the one for me. I swear that I could feel my heart beat when I lay eyes on you. Wasn't it clear from the start? Look at the sky, it's full of clouds. The sky is full of How many of life. You gave me the kiss that flies. Kiss of life. When I went to you were the one for me. I swear the whole world could feel my heartbeat when I lay eyes on you. Kiss of life.